Oh, what's up, ADA gang? Welcome into Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. I'm your host here for Reed. As a part of this brief update, I want to give all of the supporters and all the delegators of the Dapp Central stake pool a brief update around the stake pools, exactly what's been going on. And then if you've delegated as a part of the 3 prior ISPOs that the Dapp Central stake pool was associated with, I want to give you an update as to where your tokens stand, exactly how you can claim them, and of course, answer any additional questions that you may have. Now, as we jump in here, I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you to everybody who's been a delegator or just a supporter of the channel and of the stake pool. And so this is the original Dapp Central stake pool, which is now currently at 60 million ADA currently delegated with over 2,100 delegators. And then we've got the new Dapp Central stake pool, which currently has 81 delegators associated with it and currently raking in around 1.4 million ADA in terms of delegation to that particular pool. As always, I'll leave the links to both of the pools down below if you want more information about exactly how well both of the stake pools have been performing. Here we've got all of the stats around the original or the first Dapp Central stake pool. Again, currently standing at roughly 3,200 blocks, which have been minted. And in terms of pool interest, this particular one is returning somewhere around 2.25%. And I've talked about this in some of my other content, the fact that Cardano staking rewards will continue to diminish. Right now, the majority of staking rewards are coming directly from the Cardano reserves, and then a small portion is coming in there from transaction fees, which of course will range and gauge depending on how much activity takes place in a given epoch. But having said that, there's been also a proposal that's come out recently, which I've highlighted, and that's for separate another topic, but to reduce the actual amount of tax which goes to the treasury and to increase the amount that's going back to stakers. But generally speaking, both pools are well aligned with sort of the norms across the ecosystem, given expectations of declines in rewards over the long-term period or over the long run. So for anyone who has any questions about the stake pools, I'll leave the links to both of those down below. Of course, feel free to check those out on Cardano Scan and let me know if you have any questions. Now, if you're wondering how you can actually join either of the stake pools, I'll briefly highlight that here as well. And so let's jump back in here. And let's say you just want to show support for the Dapp Central stake pool or for any other stake pool out there on Cardano. By far the easiest way to delegate, if you're not doing it natively within whichever wallet you're using, is to head over to Pool PM. Now from Pool PM, you can use the search icon or the magnifying glass here at the very top right-hand side of the screen in order to search for a particular stake pool. So I'm just going to type in Dapp, and I was actually looking at the stake pool already, but I can now see that this is the Dapp Central stake pool that I want to delegate my ADA to. And I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit there. But right above my head, there's this join button. From here, you can select the join button. And depending on which particular wallets you have connected, which in my case, I've got the Eternal wallet connected, the Jira wallet, Lace, and NuFi, I'll see those as available selections. And so depending on whichever wallet I want to use, I can make a selection. Once you make that selection, the wallet will open up on its own, and it's going to ask you to, or it's going to prompt you to sign and verify transaction in order to assign where your ADA is delegated to. So it's literally a 2-step process. Head over to Pool PM, search for the stake pool that you want to join, click on that join button. As long as you've got a wallet already installed with your web browser, it should pop up here on the right-hand side. You can select it. After that, you'll be prompted and a transaction should be generated in order to allow for you to stake or to delegate your ADA with a particular stake pool. So that is sort of just the general introduction there. I do want to take the opportunity to briefly touch on the 3 partner ISPOs, which the Dapp Central stake pool was previously associated with, and exactly where the token rewards stand for anybody who delegated during those periods. So the first project I want to kick things off with is Metera. And so I'm going to quickly dive into this here. Of course, links to this will be left down below. But from the official Maestro website, we've got all of the information here about the ISPO. And so if you were a delegator, to the original Dapp Central stake pool, anytime between the timeline of November 26th of 2023 all the way until August 22nd of 2024, you may be eligible for rewards from the Metera ISPO. Now, as it currently stands, and I've reached out to the team for an update, they did postpone their token generation event, which was supposed to take place back in October of 2024. And they've now rescheduled that to take place sometime in Q1 of 2025. So we've got roughly about a month left. Of course, as the token actually launches and it becomes available, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. But my understanding is the fact that the Metera team is actively working with a marketing agency in order to ramp up for their mainnet launch in their token generation event. Now, in terms of exactly what they're currently waiting on, they're waiting on final DEX integrations, and they're also waiting on their final code audit. Now, this is being done by the Sunday Swap team or the Sunday Labs team, which is pretty familiar or which is well known for doing these audits here in the ecosystem. In terms of sort of the recent activity on the Metera platform, if you aren't aware, they're currently in the V2 portion of their testnet. They've got over 10,000 transactions. And in terms of just the active users, they've got nearly 500 users who are actively testing the platform. Now, in terms of the ISPO, again, the distribution will take place sometime in Q1. As soon as I've got more of those details, I'll share that with you here. But if you just want to understand and find out exactly how much of the token that you've earned, if you know that you did delegate during the ISPO, you can head over to the official Metera website. Again, links are down below, which is meteraprotocol.io. Now from here, there is this ISPO option here. And if I select that, that takes me to the ISPO page where there's actually an ISPO reward calculator. So as long as you have your stake key or your wallet address, you can pop that in here. You can click on submit, and it's going to calculate how much Metera tokens you're going to be earning when the TGE actually takes effect or when the token actually launches. So that's the first project I want to give you guys an update on. Metera, things are still going well. They're on the testnet. And as we get ready for the mainnet and the token generation event, that's when they're going to make the ISPO rewards available. Next, we have the CERRA project, which is a profit sharing hub building here on Cardano. And this was eligible in terms of rewards for anybody who delegated to the Dapp Central Stake Pool from March 30th of 2024 all the way until October 31st of 2024. And so again, very similar sort of process here where they had partner ISPOs, meaning that you could have delegated to the Dapp Central Stake Pool or any of the other stake pools that were also associated with the CERRA ISPO. Now, unfortunately for the CERRA team, they've had some issues here following the Chang hard fork part number 1 upgrade, which did give some of the other protocols here in the ecosystem some issues. Unfortunately, their platform has not been up since the Chang hard fork portion number 1. We've just actually crossed over the Chang portion number 2, or the Plomin upgrade, which has now given us full decentralization and full on governance. But this particular team mentioned something. This was back in January, or at least January 21st of 2025, where they stated in regards to their partner ISPO rewards distribution, we finally compiled the list of over 60,000 eligible wallet addresses, which again will be receiving that CERRA token. The team is actively working on a distribution mechanism, and this is the last thing that we've heard from the team about their ISPO and their rewards. Now, as we get more information and as I get more information, I'll make sure to share that with you guys. But as it currently stands for Metera and CERRA, no tokens are yet available or claimable. But once that changes, I'll make sure to keep you guys posted. Third, we have the Tokeo ISPO. So if you delegated to the Dapp Central Stake Pool between May 24th of 2024 all the way through November 10th of 2024, you would be eligible, or there is the possibility that you're eligible for receiving the Tokyo Pay rewards. Now, I'll leave the link to their official website down below, and this is one of the teams where you can begin to actually claim your rewards. So I'm going to quickly jump over to the rewards page here within their Gitbook. Again, I'll leave the link to this down below, but you can quickly use this to figure out exactly whether or not you would have earned any of the Tokyo rewards. And then if you are eligible for their bonuses, there's also a breakdown of that here, depending on how many epochs you were staked within their particular stake pool or any of the eligible partner pools for their ISPO. So check this out here. But in order to actually begin claiming your Tokyo Pay rewards, which again are now eligible, right? So double check this one for sure. You want to head over to dripdrops.io. Now, Drip Drops is essentially a rewards claiming mechanism or a rewards distribution platform built here on Cardano. And it's very simple. As long as you've got your wallet address or your stake key, you can plug that in directly right here on the page. And then you can click on the Check My Drops button. What that'll do is see if there's any awards or any rewards associated with your stake key or wallet address. And if so, you'll be able to claim them directly from this website. Now, keep in mind that you may be eligible for more than just the Tokyo Pay rewards if you've delegated for their ISPO. And you can actually claim more than one token here in a transaction on Drip Drops. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that there's going to be 6 separate months where it's going to be vesting your ISPO rewards. So you're not going to get all of your rewards directly at once for the Tokyo Pay ISPO, but you will get them, if I'm not mistaken, on the 6th of each month moving forward. So there should be at least 1 or 2 months that have been claimable if you've been keeping up with the ISPO rewards directly here on Drip Drops. But again, don't be alarmed if you don't see the full amount available. They are doing this in a vested manner to make sure that not everybody claims their rewards at once and then dumps them or sells them on the open market all at the same time. I believe that will do it there for updates here as it pertains to the Dapp Central Stake Pool. Again, massive shout out to anybody who's supported me and the stake pools and just the channel here. I appreciate that more than you realize. It really and truly does mean a lot. I'm hoping to, make this a much bigger portion of my life moving forward. And one of the ways that I'm able to do that is through the stake pool and the rewards that it offers me and you here as a delegator. As always, if you found this particular type of content to be helpful or informational, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to address these as quickly as possible. And having said that, if you want more of this content, consider subscribing to the channel. That'll bring me to the end here for today's update. As always, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care for now, everybody. Cheers.